Well, happy fall, y'all, and happy swag time. So, our fall inspired nail art for you in what month are we? Yes, September. So, to start with, we've got our Vamp Super Polish, which is a nice, dark, deep red. So ready for these fall colors. And we've got our Outshine because consistency works so well with any type of a decal. And then we've got our new glitter mix, Let's Feast, which is a nice metallic copper and gold, perfect for fall. And a nice set of new pointy tweezers. I feel like we've been doing so many decals lately. You guys are really going to put these tweezers to use. So these 5D decals are a little bit different. And I know we've done decals for a couple months now, but these, the texture on them is so cool and kind of looks like a raised built up out of acrylic, leaves a soft texture, and the color, I couldn't resist. I had to do it. So I'm going to show you guys how to put these on. This is a little bit different than how we put any of our other decals on. And again, super easy and just a really cool look for fall. Okay, so to get started, I'm just going to put 2 coats of Vamp Super Polish on, of course curing in between each coat, and I'm going to do this for a couple tips so we can do a couple different designs. So now our first tip is ready, and it's important for you to wipe off the tacky layer. So anytime you're putting these decals, or really any decals, over your gel polish, make sure you take the tacky layer off. Sticky on sticky is bad. So you just want the stickiness of the decal, which is made to adhere to that gel polish really well. So once that's done, grab your decals, and best way to get them off, same way, just kind of roll the paper and you're just going to kind of pick it off of the backing. So there is a very fine, clear sticker kind of like around the edges. It's nice and clear. So that's what really you want to go for. You can kind of see we're just peeling that off right now. So just when you are peeling them, be careful. You don't want to go right at where the color is. You want to grab the clear edge around the entire decal. So you can see that is what is really going to make these adhere really well. So make sure you're picking that up. And then just place it on the nail. They are super sticky, so they're going to adhere really good. Press it down, and you can see it gives a little bit of a raised surface, but that clear edge around the entire decal is what is important to make sure it's laying really flat. So if it goes close to the edge, take your nippers and just clip that back a little bit. You never want your decals over the edge of the nail. They need to be fully encased in your outshine. And typically I try to keep these away from the free edge anyway, just because they're going to wear a lot better when they're fully encased. But we're working on this really skinny stiletto here, so it's kind of hard to not have them go over the free edge. So it's time to put the outshine on, and basically what I want to do is just kind of outline these decals. So you want to butt your outshine right up to the decal so that it's going to cover that little clear edge that's sticking to the gel polish, and just butt that right up to it. Don't go over it because you'll lose some of your texture and your detail to the decal. So right up to it. You can fully encase these decals also in acrylic or gel, but if you want to get this really cool 5D look where it leaves that texture and gives that detail, you just want to take that top coat right up to the edge of it. And if you're working on really small areas, if you've got your decals really tight close to each other, it might be a good idea just to grab like a striper brush or an art brush, grab some outshine, and really make sure that you've got those clear edges of the decals fully covered with your top coat. While your top coat is still wet, I'm just going to grab a few pieces of our Let's Feast glitter, and we're just going to kind of place them right into the top coat, kind of around the leaves. Then go ahead and cure. Now we're going to do a little bit of sugaring, and you guys know I love outshine for sugaring because it's got a nice thick quality to it. So these chunky glitters, it'll really grab a lot of glitter. So go ahead and put your outshine down. And now we are just going to just tap a little bit of glitter. I don't want to do the whole nail. I just want to kind of do a fade around the cuticle area. And because this is a really chunky glitter, you got to kind of finesse it a little bit. Make sure that there's nothing sticking out on the edges because it'll be really sharp. So just kind of press, move it around. So when you're happy with that, just go ahead and cure it. And we're going to leave this one textured and sugared, so like a raw glitter look. That look is not for everybody. Sometimes people don't like the texture of it. So next I'm going to show you guys how to do this and encase it, especially with a really chunky glitter like this. I have a lot of clients that want the chunky glitter, but they don't want to feel the texture of it. So next we're going to do a full nail. So go ahead and put your outshine on, and we're going to basically do the same thing. We're going to just pour the glitter right into your outshine. And you'll notice when I put that outshine on, I definitely put a lot on there because I want it to hold on to this chunky glitter. So cover the entire nail, tap off the excess, and do the same thing, kind of finesse it a little bit, move it around, make sure nothing is sticking out on your edges. And then when you're happy with that, we'll cure it. Now, if this was a real cuticle, like if I was doing it for real in the salon, I would clean up that cuticle. I would either take a gel brush or maybe even like a silicone tool or something and kind of push that glitter up so that we had a nice, clean, not free edge, cuticle area so that it didn't snag and feel like a ledge. Now we're going to go ahead and cure. And make sure you're curing for the full 60 seconds because you want to make sure that it cures all the way through. These glitters are so intense and so opaque. All right, so now we're all cured and we want to encase this again with the outshine. So go ahead and put a nice coat on there. And you can see I'm kind of floating, so it really gives that deep encased look. And really, to start with on this nail, we could have just done one coat of that vamp. You don't really need the two coats. Save yourself a little bit of product and time, and you just don't need it. So we would have done just one coat of vamp, our outshine, our glitter, and now we're capping with a nice thick coat of outshine. We're going to go ahead and cure this for 30 seconds. When this comes out of the light, we are going to run a file down the edges just to make sure that there's no texture, no glitter sticking out. And then we're going to really buff the surface area, either with a 150 file or a 150 buffer, just to get rid of any texture on the top so it's nice and smooth. So now we're going to top coat this again and go ahead and cure it for the full 60 seconds. So at this point, if you see that you have filed into your glitter, then that original coat of outshine that we put to protect the glitter was not thick enough. So make sure you go thick enough that you avoid hitting your glitters because it ruins the depth of the glitter. All right, so here's our beautiful fall nails, and I hope you guys have fun with these new decals. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate y'all so much. And make sure you tag us at profiles_nails with all your creations from your September swag. Happy nailing!